Hold on, let's get this shit, let's get this shit, let's get this shit, let's top of the morning, 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 top of the morning. Hold on, let's get this shit, let's get this shit, let's get this shit, let's like what these niggas on like? Ain't your chain still freaking unwrapping? Too bad bitches here, cardio glasses.
Okay, let's do the final boss, final thoughts. You already know what it is. This for YouTube, this for my YouTube viewers. We just completed Pokemon Legends Arceus, and what a fantastic game it was. The perspective that I had to this series is, of course, a series veteran. I've been playing since Pokemon Red. You know, I played pretty much every generation except for Generation 7, which was Sun and Moon. I did miss that one, but I heard that one was one of the weaker ones in the series. So I'm alright with that, but otherwise we are a veteran to the series, and that's my perspective for anybody like making a new purchase. I have been playing this series quite a bit. The series was due for a refresh for quite some time using the same formula, and this was definitely a refreshing take on the formula. But we're gonna get more into why it was a bit later in the final thoughts review. Such a refreshing take on Pokemon, a much necessary guide into new generation. Know what I'm saying, like Pokemon, like I told you earlier, has just been the same, like, you know, turn-based type system, and they still have that here, but it's a lot of new takes, like, you know, new status effects, like instead of getting frozen you get frostbitten, instead of going to sleep you get drowsy, and they changed a lot of stuff that I honestly feel like should be in the main series game. One of them being that whole change moves thing. You can literally like change your moves instead of having to go to a move tutor and relearn moves. You can you can just change their moves on the fly, like Materia in FF7. It's very nice, very much needed quality change of a quality of life change, and that definitely worked in this game's favor. Using recipes and getting recipes and learning how to make these items that are later sold in the Poke Store in like the mainland series games, but learning how to the recipes and crafting, like I feel like that's really what like drove this game up, man. It's like the whole crafting system, like in a Pokemon game, it just goes well together, man. Like in Pokemon Sword and Shield, it's like you could camp, but there wasn't really much purpose to camp because you could just fly back and use a Pokemon Center, and you weren't really out there like that. Like in this game, like, yo, this so good, man. I'm trying to keep it spoiler free as possible, but yes, the game was very fun. As far as if there was any slow moments, I definitely can attest that yes, it does come to a screeching halt if you do not keep an eye on your star rank. This game pretty much follows a similar pattern to or a similar story progression path to a Monster Hunter, especially Monster Hunter World, where it's like sort of a monster of the week or monster of the day that you had to deal with, and you had to do things to get up to the actual fight, and you beat him, and he's the next monster. Blah, blah. But you need a new rank. You need the next rank in order to actually progress the story. So if you are not like constantly catching multiple copies of the same Pokemon and like battling and building the Pokedex, the game can come to a halt, and I can and I'm pretty sure I'll have the clips playing of me just it like spending almost an entire stream just trying to get the necessary rank to progress the story. So I kind of feel like that the rank threshold could have been a little bit lower, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, even though there was like pretty much, yeah, go explore our world and you know, learn, you know, all more about it and catch more, you know, Pokemon in them so you can move on. But yeah, I did run into a bit of a rank problem, but it doesn't detract from the experience. I'll say that. I'll say that for sure. So a lot of people who were tuned in for when I first started playing the game, when I had the initial thoughts, I was definitely saying the story is a lot more interesting than it is for a mainline Pokemon game, except for like Pokemon like black and white and like the universe stuff. The universe stuff is pretty damn good still. But this was a very, like I said, this was awesome. The story was very good. I just feel like it could have, like, what would have taken it to Game of the Year levels is honestly the voice acting. Like, voice acting, they're doing a lot of close-up shots, a lot of cinematic shots in these cutscenes, and it's like they're trying to they're making such good story content. But the fact that it is not voiced, it's like a lot of people are just gonna tune out. It just becomes a B button fest. You just mash and B, and you're like, yo, can I get like back to catching Pokemon? Honestly, like, shoot, what? So yeah, I definitely say the story was interesting, but the next iteration definitely needs to have voice acting. It is starting to show. Like, when it was a chibi form, it was alright, but then now it's starting to show, like, in a big way. So I feel like, yeah, they need to get on that. Can I see myself replaying this in the future? The answer is yes. Maybe not a new file, because I don't like, unless you're a speedrunner, I don't know why you start multiple new files of Pokemon. Unless you're just trying to start the other series and, like, you know, like if there's 2 series like Diamond Pearl, like you're trying to get the other ones. Like, I don't know why you start the game again. But yeah, I'll play the post-game content for sure, man. I may even stream it. Know what I'm saying? Like if there's extra legendary Pokemon like Manaphy or some shit for me to catch, I'll go out and catch it and see what's necessary. Pretty sure there's a reward for getting all 150 Pokemon. Or you know, all the Pokemon in the decks and like completing the decks and all that crazy stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing all that because it's like it's a lot of stuff for each Pokemon. It's a lot to ask. I would say this game, I would give it a solid final boss rank. This game was a very, very solid game. I definitely had a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting, like, to see the possibility. This was really like a gateway game. Because it's like, it's such a good concept, and this is their like first real crack at it. So the fact that this can be like polished to perfection, we can have some very, very gorgeous and memorable Pokemon games like in the future. Like, just imagining like flying high in the sky and it's like snowing and you're like above a city that's like fully developed and shit. Like, oh man, like they can do some stuff from here on out. But you know, we'll have to be patient and see what Game Freak and Pokemon Company have to offer. But until then, it's been a blast. I had a blast. This is a Final Boss, Final Ranks with his final thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video. Check us out.